Hello students, this is second part of chapter 1 growing plants. I hope first part was so helpful. Now let's read second part. Topic is dispersal of seeds. Dispersal of seeds. What is dispersal of seeds? The process of scattering away of seeds from each other and from the parent plant is called dispersal of seeds. When seeds scattered by animals, wind, human beings, water, that is dispersal of seeds. There are many ways in which seeds are dispersed. Dispersal by animals. Animals, birds, human beings help to disperse the seeds. Some seeds like cockleber have hooked spines. Look at here picture. Cockleber seeds you can see around us. Hooked spines, while some such as mistletoe have sticky mucus. Such seeds get easily attached to fur of the other animals or clothes of human beings, and these seeds get carried to other places. This is dispersal by animals. Human beings and animals also eat fruit and throw the seeds away. Not eating animals such as squirrels carry the seeds away and bury them for late use. These seeds grow into new plants under favorable conditions. Now dispersal by wind. Seeds are dispersed by wind have special features. They are very light. Actually, seeds are very light and have hair or wings. Sycamore, for example, has paired seeds with long wings, and these seeds easily dispersed. Here some figure given. Dandelion, sycamore seed, this seed dispersed by wind. Now dispersal by water. Plants having seeds which are light and can float easily in water are dispersed by water currents. These plants grow in and around water. Some water plants such as lily, hydrilla and lotus depend on water for dispersal of seeds. Coconut is also dispersed by water. Now dispersal by explosion fruits. Some plants disperse their seeds by violent explosions so that seeds fall far away from parent plant. For example, peas, beans, balsam scatter their seeds in this manner. Now, reproduction through stems, leaves, and roots. In some plants, new plants grow from some other parts of the parent plants, such as stem, leaves, or roots. At first, from stems. Reproduction from stems. Potato is an underground stem. It has bird-like structure called eyes. Each part that has an eye can grow into a new plant. Ginger and onion can also grow this way. Students, we see at our homes Sometimes a bud develops into a new plant in potato, and also stem cutting in rose plants. This is examples of stems, reproduction by stems. Now from leaves, bryophyllum. Bryophyllum plants have plantlets or leaf buds growing along the edge of the leaves. These leaf buds have roots which help them to grow into a new plant. Here picture bryophyllum plant. Look at here. Plantlets grow from the buds around leaves. From roots. Some plants reproduction from roots. The roots of carrots, radish, sweet potato can grow into a new plant. Now reproduction through spores. Some plants produce spores instead of seeds. Without seeds, these spores disperse and grow into a new plant. For example, mushrooms, molds, fungi and fern. Now agriculture. What is agriculture? The practice of growing plants on a large scale. When grow more and more plants in a large scale for food, for other purposes, is called agriculture. The same type of plants grown on a large scale in a particular area and season is called crops. Crops are two types: kharif crops and rabi crops. Crops that grown in rainy season are called kharif crops. Rabi crops that grow in winter season are called rabi crops. Maize, groundnut, cotton, paddy are example of kharif crops, and mustard, gram, wheat, barley are examples of rabi crops. That's all now, students. First chapter completed. Thanks for watching.